If you own a home, chances are you have homeowners insurance to guard against fire and storms and theft. But are you really ready if there's an emergency? Well, what if you don't own a home? Do you need insurance if you rent? Well, you may think you know the answer to these questions, but the insurance business is always changing, so you need to keep up to date. Joining me today with details is Mark Matthews, owner of MMA Insurance, along with Amanda Barnes. Nice to see both of you.
Nice to be here.
Okay, Mark, we're going to start with you. That basic question about homeowners insurance. What is the purpose besides what I described? It is really for emergencies.
It is for emergencies. It's not a maintenance plan, but when those catastrophic events happen, we can put you back where you were. You're not going to gain from it personally, but you certainly don't want to take a step back also.
That would say, I don't know, if you had a huge roof tear off because of a tornado, that could cost you a lot of money if you didn't have insurance.
Your average roof would be over $15,000 just for your average home.
Now, here's the question that a lot of people don't understand, me being somebody that needs to be caught up too. How does an insurance company decide what a home is worth?
We have a software we use, and we go through and we will ask you questions in advance. What's the square footage of your home? What style of home is it? A two-story? Is it a ranch? Is it a split level? Even down to what kind of countertops do you have? What kind of flooring do you have? Then we'll enter in that data, and then it will determine for us how much it would cost to rebuild your home in your zip code. So it's not a guess.
But Amanda, some people don't understand why that is going to be a different total than what a real estate agent says your home would be worth.
There is a lot of confusion on that. People are like, well, my home is appraised at this value. How are you coming up with this value? They don't understand that it's actually what it would cost to rebuild the home. It doesn't, give the property. It's just all about the dwelling itself.
So, Mark, you want people to make sure that they insure their home for enough money so that they do have that money if something would happen.
Correct. There's statistically many people are underinsured. They may think, oh, I paid $120,000 for my house. The reality is it might cost $180,000 or more to rebuild it. Our job is to rebuild it, not what you could get for it on the market. The market fluctuates to rebuild, not nearly so much.
Yeah, so those are the kinds of things that you educate people on and try to make them see into the future a little bit more than what's today.
Yes, in case something really bad does happen.
Right. Renter's insurance. Okay. There are a lot of people that don't worry about that at all. What does renter's insurance cover?
Renter's insurance covers your personal possessions, but also the liability. If, let's say that you let the shower overflow and it leaked into the unit down below, that person's want to be compensated, so will the owner of the property. I think sometimes people think, oh, I don't own anything, I'm okay.
I just have one TV and a bed.
Yeah, surprise. More things could come your way if things go wrong.
Here's something that I hadn't thought about that you brought up, Mark and Amanda, is that renter's insurance for your college student. First of all, are we talking about in a dorm?
We could be talking a dorm, we could be talking an apartment. The last thing that a parent would want is a claim on their homeowner's insurance because it does extend over. But if the child had their own renter's insurance, then at that point they would be covered on their policy and the parent wouldn't take the blunt of the claim.
But more importantly, Mark, are we talking about renter's insurance for your college student if they're in off-campus housing?
Correct. Usually that is the case. Again, the same situation. Now they have some furniture there, their laptops, things like that. If you have a claim, it could really adverse the parent's insurance. Say they had their own weather-related claim and then their child has a theft claim or some other instance. It could be really difficult to surcharge, everything associated with their bed. My daughter just went and got her first apartment 2 weeks ago, so she has her own insurance policy now herself.
That helps then on the parent end, but also once you do have to make a claim, are those rates going to automatically go up?
If it's on the child, it'll reflect on their insurance, not the parents, and that's what we're trying to do, insulate from them getting surcharged for an event that really doesn't have to do with their individual home.
And is renter's insurance expensive? Because some may look at that and say, oh, I don't know if it's worth it. Amanda?
It's actually pretty inexpensive. A normal quote is, it can range depending on how much personal property.
Right.
My daughter actually just got her first place and her policy is $104 a year. So, it's dollars a month. It truly is definitely great to have, the safety net there.
I was going to say,
that,
dollars a month for some peace of mind, really.
Definitely.
For your student, your child, or the parent too.
Well, even anyone that, just your standard renter, it would definitely be great for them to have insurance. That way, if they did have a fire and they lost everything, they have the ability to gain their stuff back. Because we have a lot of people that, don't have renter's insurance, and you got Red Cross helping them as much as they can help them, and that's pretty much the end of it.
And that's it. Well, Amanda, Mark, thank you for bringing this great subject to mind. It's nice to talk with you both.
Thanks for having us.